Well, welcome back to Roman Found, our latest digging adventure.
This week we're back in another Roman field.
Yeah, back in Roman field, finding Romans. Our favourite place to be. This is Ellie.
This is Lucy.
Let's get into it. So what field are we visiting today, Lucy?
Why don't we check out two fields today?
Digging up two fields today. Is this the day that one of our favourite ones got harvested, so we decided to leap onto that one? Abandon the first one we were in?
I think so. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but...
I think we were having a bit of a dry day in the first one, and then we moved and had an epic day.
Yeah, that's true. But I think you're right that we noticed it had been harvested.
So we kicked off this one with a classic little Vicky Penny, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, they always come up in such a nice colour.
They do. I think it was a Bunhead Vicky, I think, a nice early one, but it was pretty worn. There wasn't much on her.
No.
Not enough for a date, at least. They're early Victorian, happy with that. And then I think we had a bit of a coin run to begin with.
Yeah, this one looks
She is
older.
Yeah, it'll be a 17th or 18th halfpenny, but there's not enough left on him to work out what he is. And I can normally find a scrap of detail.
Oh, yeah.
He's gone. But still, there's some good age to him. Little halfpenny, good age.
They definitely don't come up as nice as the Victorian pennies.
It was a less quality material, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lesser quality copper. Because they had lots of problems with shortages and stuff. That's why we get a lot of forgeries.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Yeah. Was this our good find from the field?
Ooh, yeah, this is before we left.
Had a good find, left immediately. But yeah, lovely strap in this one.
I think we'd finally learnt what they are.
We actually have figured out that there's something important. We filmed it, we photographed it, we've got everything. We've got the whole package. It's a lovely little strap end.
I think this one's probably one of the most distinctive ones that we've found. Very easy to identify because it's got the split in there. It's like two pieces of metal.
Layered on top of each other. And then it's got that knop at the end.
So maybe a piece of leather would go in between.
Yeah.
Is that how they work?
And then a rivet would have held it onto the end. And it would have stopped the end from fraying, much like a plastic toggle we have on today's clothes.
Yeah, that one's a great find.
Yeah, I love it. And it's a really distinctive style. It's probably quite early, the style. That sort of style normally you see with Anglo-Saxon zoomorphic decoration. So it's definitely early medieval.
Oh, I've just realised which field it is.
Oh, you've just realised which field it is. Plenty more good things to come from that field.
Oh,
Can't believe we disregarded it in the beginning.
It's a difficult field. There's not a lot of
It's pretty barren,
signals.
isn't it? Oh, is this that strange thing we found?
Oh, yeah. I think it's
just a bit of copper. Like a copper...
It looks like a sort of something to go on maybe like a belt.
I don't know.
Do you think it goes around a leather strap or something?
I don't know. It's pretty nondescript and it's still in the unsure of pile, isn't it? It's in the bag of mysteries. Like one end is slightly pointed and that's about it. If anybody knows what it is.
Yeah, leave a comment if you've
Enlighten
seen
us.
one before. I think it's something.
You think it's something? I mean, it was found pretty close to the strap end.
Yeah.
It wasn't that too far from it.
It narrows where it bends there, which makes me think it's purposefully bent.
Oh, you think it's purposely bent? I always thought it was just bent, in the ground bent.
No.
Lucy's theories and mysteries.
My
Conspiracy theories.
conspiracy theories.
If they turn out to be true, let us know. You should start your own channel. Lucy's conspiracy theories about what each find we find is. Sometimes they're good though, like when you've figured out that belt mount.
I do figure out a few
You're
things.
like, there's no way this would not function as a button. This was this weird ass bit of lead we found.
Yeah, we found some massive bits of lead
Huge.
in this field.
Biggest bits of lead I've ever seen in my life out of this field.
I wonder what they were doing with it.
I don't know.
Is it just leftovers, or is it from like a building, or whether it's just a pile of lead used for making various
random things?
objects?
It was an interesting shape, that one, that strange T shape, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. Changed fields. Must have got
Scurried our
itchy
way
feet.
over.
Yeah.
Scurried our way to the other one. Yeah,
Ooh.
but this was the first signal on this field, and what a little gem this guy is.
A lovely, well,
It's a decorative stud.
Yeah.
We haven't quite narrowed down the style and age, have we? Not yet.
But definitely feels pretty old.
Yeah, I feel potentially medieval, if not Tudor. That kind of era, I think.
Yeah, I'm amazed when you kind of watch period
dramas
or the amount of studs and things that they had on their clothes. It's
I mean, no wonder we find them.
I'm surprised we don't find more.
I know. Now, we still don't really know what this is, but I did do a bit more research. Because you know how we had that room where it was a bell? Well, I don't believe it is a bell anymore now, just looking at it and after cleaning it. But I've been looking and I think it's something to do with musketball powder.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think it's like, there's like a pory bit or a top bit of it, and I think it's something to do with that. Now this is possibly one of the best coin reveals we've ever had in our lives.
I can't believe how it just like came up on the spade.
That's excellent pinpointing right there. Good work with the metal detector, Lucy.
Thank you.
It was just so perfectly placed in that soil, wasn't it?
It was.
Probably one of the prettiest coins.
Yeah, I think they're really pretty.
And the fact that it was bust side as well.
Oh yeah.
It's poetic.
And it's got such a beautiful design on it, that sort of shield, crest.
And I mean, even though it's not that old, it's still before our time, and it's a coin not in current circulation, so it's a beauty defined.
Yeah, it's 1933.
Yeah.
Just before World War II broke out.
It's not 100% silver, because that was when they started to take the silver out of the coins.
Yeah.
Because coins used to have the same precious metal content as what they were actually their value.
Their value, but times were frugal.
Times were frugal, times were tight.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this one. We thought this was something really special.
We thought it was silver, didn't
like,
we?
look at that little edge just peeking out there.
I mean, that looks like that is like...
That's like coin level. That is like, oh, it's a coin.
Sound like a coin.
Look like a coin. Look like silver. Turn out to just be a little bit of aluminium. The realities of metal detecting right there.
Like, that definitely tricked us.
Oh, we were fuming. We were raging. I don't even know what it is, but it's definitely not a coin.
No.
No way it's a coin. As soon as I rubbed the dirt off it, we were both like, oh.
It was just like immediate disappointment.
Immediate disappointment. It's like, keep filming, something good. No, it's just a little bit of clipped aluminium. I'd love to be wrong and it actually turned out to be something.
Yeah. Oh,
what's this? Is this little Roman chappy? No? Oh yeah, it is, I think. Oh, right. So, I'm not sure about this one because it's quite round. I think it's either a Roman or like a 17th, 16th century farthing.
Oh, interesting.
But it's quite, because there's not a lot left on it.
No, it's quite a thin coin.
Yeah, which that kind of early farthings are quite thin coins because they'd be hammered. They'd be like a copper hammered.
I mean,
so I feel
maybe
like it's something like that. Because it just doesn't feel like a Roman to me.
No, there's just no detail on it.
But there's there's nothing left on it. It's one of those classic Roman found guessworks.
Well, this one looks like a Roman to me.
Oh yeah, this one definitely looks like a Roman to me.
But we don't think he's a legitimate
this is one of my favourite little Romans.
Yeah, he's my favourite as well because he just looks so... He's got such a great face.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a classic contemporary forgery from the time, a barbarous, as they call them in the trade.
And you can see his hair and his nose.
The way he's been outrageously stylised.
I know.
Some little forgers got a bit carried away and put a bit too much of their artistic stamp on it.
It's always the eyes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the eyes.
Just
look at his little
overlarge.
I mean, it's beautifully stylised. From an artistic point of view, I love it. That's why he's my favourite one. And he's still 2,000 years old.
Exactly. I mean, it's still an ancient coin. It's just not official coinage.
Not an official coinage. Although they sort of were official coinage because they just couldn't make enough to deal with the Roman Empire towards the end. Because this is like 3rd, 4th century. I think it's a Constantius II, like imitation.
Yeah, it definitely looks Constantinian.
And it would have been used like a normal Roman coin. Like they would have just traded them, and like people would have just been like, oh, it's a little bit wacky.
They're like, okay, I'll take this.
But they still be accepted and used in like Roman life. But I think it's so fascinating all the forgeries across time, aren't they? And finding those coins is almost like more historically important than finding like an actual Roman.
They always coincide kind of with historical events or...
Well, yeah, because this is towards the end of the Roman Empire.
Exactly.
As they're starting to, like, inflation's getting up a bit. They're struggling to make enough coins. The coins are getting so minute and tiny.
Yeah, maybe it's a real reflection of the struggles.
The civilization collapsing. What have we got here? Oh, a little button.
I thought it was going to be another Roman coin.
I know. I was hoping it was going to be a little Roman.
A little button.
Just a little button. They go in the fines tin, so it makes us look like we found more on the day. Do we think this is going to be a little Roman?
Well, we did find a few that day.
We did find a few that day, that's true. Well, this is our Roman field. That's why we scurried our little feet over here.
Roman field 1.
Roman field 1. I love all the little names we have for the fields.
Yeah.
We call them little nicknames. And then when I'm talking to the farmers, I have to remember not to use the nicknames, otherwise they'll think we're crazy.
What field?
What field? Roman field 1. I'm like, oh, no, sorry.
Potato field.
The one you've got wheat in. Oh, just a bit of lead after all that.
Oh, I know. What a build-up.
What a build-up.
This shows how much we find, and I think that's like, we do need to show the realities of metal detecting.
Well, we go out and we dig hundreds of holes, and only about 10 of
Exactly.
them will have something amazing in them.
We don't film all of them.
No. We tend to know if it's going to be something good.
Yeah.
But we do like to dig some of the iffy signals, because sometimes there's something amazing.
Exactly.
What's this?
But lead usually does sound good, though.
Oh, lead does sound. That's why we always film it. So we've
Yeah,
got so much videos
that is
of lead.
probably why we have so many lead videos.
Oh, this is a little Roman, look. That's definitely a little Roman.
Tiny bit of detail.
Yeah, on the reverse, you can just see half of a soldier and half of a standard. So that's enough to show us that it's glory of the army, which is probably one of the most common coins that we found here.
Yeah, so it's a very Constantinian...
Yeah, it's a House of Constantine, which is like, you're talking 300 to 400 sort of era. Plus, obviously, you had the single standard, then the double standard.
Double standard.
Because the double standard happened before, then they got poor, had to make smaller coins, couldn't fit the double standard on, moved to a single one.
Yeah, that's true. I can just see it
Can you
on
just
there.
see it there? Solid artistic decision by the old Roman makers there.
Like, you can't fit me design on anymore.
Just halve it. Now this, I can see a very suspiciously drilled hole.
Yeah, I
this
think
might
that's
be
something a bit of modern...
Bit of modern tractor trash.
Yes.
But I bet it would have had a cracking signal, that.
Yeah.
It's quite a decent metal.
The tractor trash always sounds good.
It does always sound good. We'll have to deliver it back to the farmer one day. Here's everything you've lost in your field.
Probably build a whole tractor.
I'd like to see us try to do that. Might have to find some bigger bits first. What have we got in here? It's even small. Picking up something small.
Oh, was it? Oh, it's another...
it's a button.
it's
You thought it was a
button.
Roman then,
I thought it
didn't
was
you?
going to be a little Roman.
I think we did think it was going to be a Roman, but no.
Just because it's
a little 2-hole button.
tiny.
Another one for the fines tin.
Yeah, fill her up.
Fill her up. Get it going. Oh, what's in this?
Now, this is a bit of a Roman.
Yeah, just a little fragment. We found quite a bit of fragments, don't we?
Yeah, probably had a run-in with the plough.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely 3rd or 4th century, but there's not much left on it.
No.
Not enough to figure out what's
Not really.
on it.
I don't think there's any detail on that one, is there?
Not really. There's kind of a bit of a lump where you think a bust would have been. But apart from that, that's about it, really. What do you think we've got in here?
Oh, and I think this might be our last find of the day.
Find of the day? As you can tell, because it's getting a bit dark, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Look at
A little
that.
bit of silver to finish off the day.
In fact, it was literally just floating on the top of the plough.
I know, and it was in a place where we didn't expect to find a Hammond coin.
It's a Roman field. It's Roman field 1. That's what we called it.
Yeah, we literally been picking up, Romans right next to it.
Right next to it, and then boom.
We've not really found anything else medieval around
No.
it, so...
Little Lizzie Threepence.
It's our
1571.
second Lizzie. Earlier than our
Earlier than our first
first
Lizzie.
one.
A little more worn, but not too badly clipped. Beautiful condition. Beautifully flat.
Yeah, there's some nice details on there, but it's definitely, like you said, a lot more worn out than
Yeah.
our other one.
But still, we weren't expecting that, and
No.
that made us happy, didn't it? We were allowed
Yeah,
to
we
leave the
could,
field then.
could go home happy.
We never
Silver in
leave
our
unless we
pocket.
find silver. I mean, you can see the rose real nicely. You can see the bust. You can see all the detail on it. It's just a little bit worn. It's beautiful. And that's our little roundup for the day, isn't it?
Yeah, a few Romans there.
A little good day digging, that, I think.
And you can see in the back, there's
that cheeky little buckle we
a
found.
little buckle. And we've actually dated that one now, haven't we?
Well, yeah, because it's a D ring. They're normally the pretty early ones, so it was probably really early medieval, like really early medieval,
Like late Saxon.
late Saxon, potentially early medieval. Nice little find, that one. Now I think next week we're actually heading back to the first field that we were in this video.
Yeah, the one we abandoned.
The one we abandoned, the one we completely disregarded. We were like, no, out this field, into the Roman field, thank you.
Well, I think it's because the Roman field got drilled.
Yeah, the Roman field got drilled within a week of it being ploughed, and we were like, damn.
So that was that over.
Gone, we were
like back to pasture.
Back to pasture. And thank God we did.
Well, yeah, I think we've probably found one of our best
Roman field's best ever find.
Yeah. So
that'll be coming up in the next video.
Exactly, a very exciting episode.
Incredibly exciting episode, so you better like, comment and subscribe to watch it.
And we've kept very hush-hush about it, haven't we?
We have kept very hush-hush. It's not appeared on any of our socials before now.
No. Well,
top secret.
this is the first time we've really talked about it.
That is true. Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah. Comment if you want to guess what it is.
Yeah, guess what it is.
Guess the find.
Does it begin with G?